parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, cleaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you're asleep. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you're asleep. I had to convince my friends this time. Think you're toxic to my mind, but I know they don't know what you're all about. The way you hold my body tight, staying up talking through the night. Yeah, I know they just don't. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you're asleep. I need more of. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. Why don't you stay? Why don't we talk about this? Why don't you stay? Why don't we talk about this? With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you're asleep. With us it's all or nothing. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you're asleep. With us it's all or nothing.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
It's time for another Power Play show with Coach Frenchy, Andrew Lepage, ENORTAP, and Michael DeVillano. It's time, Power Play show. Welcome back again for another live stream, a Power Play show with the hockey coach, Guru Coach Frenchy, directly for the beautiful Sunshine State in Florida. And we have a couple insider tonight, directly from Toronto, the co-host of the warm-up show Monday to Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. Mr. ENORTAP is in the house tonight, and directly from Nova Scotia, insider of the Montreal Canadiens and the Hockey National Show, Mr. Andrew Lepage. Welcome back in the house tonight.
Hello, Coach. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Hockey Nation.
It's
How you
getting
doing,
tired
Enotap?
right now. I'm tired just to do the introduction. It takes me for 30 seconds. I'm going to lose my voice already at the beginning of the show. Not going to be good. But we have a few people already. We have a couple insider of the moderator, the mod, inside the Hockey National Show. We welcome Mr. Danny T and Adam Berger. Welcome back, both of you. Thanks to be helping us tonight again. And we have, of course, the insider with all the update around the NHL and his friend hockey around the world, Mr. RJ Calabro's sports schedule from New Jersey area. And from Connecticut, number one fans of the Hockey Nation Show, since the beginning 2 years ago almost, Mr. NHL Hockey News Report. He is back with us tonight. From Utah, Los Angeles King. Welcome back, Mr. Roundwood Kings 20. Welcome. And the best friend, Mr. Roger DELANEY. Welcome, Roger. 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, Roger. 10-4, Roger. Pick and check the guy behind the net now, right now. He's getting with the puck right now. 10-4, 10-4. All right, Mr. Andrew Irish. He's back in the house tonight. Andrew Irish. Would you care to comment about the league? Yeah, we're going to talk about this, Mr. Andrew, in the next couple of minutes. And we have Nicolas de Goubi-Bono. Welcome back in the house for la belle région de Sherbrooke. Merci d'être avec nous ce soir. Good evening, Pierre. Would you care about... yeah, we're going to talk about this, Andrew, about this. Not a problem. And then Mr. Terry T in the house tonight. And our friend Steve G is back with us tonight. Thank you so much, Mr. Steve G, to be with us. And I don't know, he looked like Stevie maybe met Martha Stewart. I don't know if he's sorry, but he looked like a Martha Stewart for me. But you never know. People meet anybody in their life. But welcome aboard, Mr. Steve G and Andrew Ford, another Andrew. We have the hat trick Andrew tonight already. We have Andrew Irish, Andrew Lepage, and Andrew Ford. We have complete all the car of the night. We just missed Faratap, but that's another subject. Andrew Ford said, question number one, I know we lost tonight, is behind. But Andrew said, will the Hurricanes sign a Plata from Tampa? Mr. ENORTAP.
I don't know very much about him, to be honest with you, Coach.
It's Palat.
Oh, Palat. Oh.
Yeah. It's an
abbreviation.
abbreviation.
I didn't know very much about him.
It's called autocorrect in keyboard.
Yeah, but you know what amazes me? How you're able to decipher those, no problem. You know exactly what they're saying.
I learned everything. For 2 years now, I'm better to the autocorrect on keyboard now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you know what? I think it's important that they try to sign him if they can. I know they have some cap issues that they're going to have to contend with. I believe they're over cap right now. But, I mean, he's such a vital part of that team that, you know, those kind of players don't grow on trees.
Yeah, absolutely right about this. The only thing I will add to you is like they're going to have to figure out, like, you know, for the money wise, they drop the money for Trocheck, first of all. They have also Jordan Stahl, maybe could be trade at some point. And then they lost also Young Cole and Brandon Smith, two defensemen right there. So they have a couple of money open up, but he's not going to be the only one team running after Palat. So I think there will be something they have to go around. So it will be one of them. I think they will have to have this. I think the Carolina will looking really for a center. Center number 2 behind Howe, and then a sniper on this. I think Palat is good. They have a kind of Palat with net Raider, but I think Palat will not fix what they're looking for. They need another catalyzer, a guy who can score 30 goals, a kid like that.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
that would be the way I believe it could happen about this. Nicolas, Jésus Desjardins, comment tu m'as dit que tu étais de retour à l'école aujourd'hui, mon Nicolas, mais j'ai pas eu de... Je crois pas que tu as dit à propos des écoles, des examens. And in the house, Dixon Automobile Group. Welcome in the house, Mr. Dixon. Thanks to be with us tonight. And Canada lead 1-0 after the end of the first period for the gold medal U18. And Mr. William McClary back in the house tonight. William, thanks to be with us. Always a pleasure to have Mr. William part of the Hockey Nation live show tonight. Adam said, what Vegas will get from Cassidy, faster team, which mean better power play, trust better D, which mean better goaltender.
Well, better team defense, I think. That's really more up his alley in terms of the way he coaches Trotz. Cassidy, yeah, I mean, I think they both dedicate themselves to the whole game. It's just that their specialties happen to be in different areas. But I think with Vegas, if they focus more on defense, that would be beneficial.
And
again, though, I don't think there's, truthfully, I don't think there's as big of a problem with Vegas as we think, because Vegas was so banged up. You know what I mean? I think they're going to be quite fine anyway. But yeah, I think Trotz would definitely bring in a much more, they would be able to utilize their defense a lot better for sure. Cassidy's more all round. So I don't think it would hurt him either way, to tell you the truth. But Vegas is going to be fine. If anybody's thinking they're not, they're going to be fine.
I have a question following Adam. First of all, great news. The Laval lead 3-0 at the third period, I believe, or second period. I think it should be third period. Look, can you confirm the period? It would be great. Following the question, Adam, for both of you, and maybe Adam can let me know, is Laval down 3-2? Yes, Dixon. And Adam can answer too. If you have a choice, what it will be, you coach and Vegas? Like, let's go with Cassidy and Trust. We don't want, you know what I mean? Like, I can go with Vigneault and Tortorella, blah, blah, blah. But I just mentioned both of them right now. Which one you would like, you believe Vegas would be more benefit?
I think, actually, to be quite honest, I think for Vegas, I think Cassidy would be a better fit, to be honest, than Trotz. I think Vegas is, they haven't, when they were healthy, they weren't that bad of a defensive team. So that really wasn't their issue. So I think really opening up their offense was more of a problem for them and utilizing it. So I think Cassidy's got a better groove on those type of things in that area. Whereas I think like Winnipeg would utilize Trotz better in the sense they need to know how to shut down things with their defense, right? So I think that's the two of them would be better in two different spots.
And
I would agree with Andrew. I think I agree that Tampa is much better than what they displayed this year. If they stay healthy and address some cap issue that have come up, they'll be fine. They're still a very strong team. You got to figure even their defense last year. I mean, you look at Pietrangelo had an off year. Theodore was good, but I mean, he was doing, yeoman's work out there. Martinez was out pretty much the whole season. That really took a toll on them. And then Leonard. Once Leonard went down around 3/4 of the season through, and he just wasn't himself. And I don't know how they're going to settle that. It seemed like there was some static at the end between himself and whether he'd be returning or not. I mean, he still has a contract, obviously, but who knows how they're going to handle that situation.
It's funny, both of them have a problem with the players.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? Yeah.
Cassidy had a problem with the some veterans. Like, the message was, Bergeron said, if he's coming back, I'm not coming back. So I don't know.
Wow, that's pretty strong. Yeah.
Yeah, and then New York Islanders, the Mariello meet a couple of players, and they were all said, we are tired to play in that system over there. So, very interesting. 5 minutes left at the third period, 3-0 for the Laval, and then we want to welcome Mr. Rory McNally is in the house.
Welcome.
Hey, Rory.
And then Luc Lafortune, thanks to be with us tonight. He said that Primo is unbelievable between the pipes. Again, glad to hear that. He didn't have a really easy year back and forth and jumping there. And then you don't, you know what I mean? Like, it was not easy time for him to just get there when he needed. And so that's proved that the kid have some character inside of him for sure. But question for William. You read on the effectiveness of the Anthony Cirelli with Tampa Bay. To me, is a highly underrated. I hate the most time as a forward game says. I would love him as a center on any team, second or third line. Was used because everybody talk about Palat every time that we knew is effective already last season as a second line. When everybody is on the right share, he play on the second line between Stamkos and Killorn. Usually Palat Point and Stanko and Kucherov, and then you have Cirelli with Killorn and Stamkos. So I think the kid play a really good play. He's a really good player under John Cooper. He remind me exactly what McDonough does as a defenseman. That's what Cirelli does as a forward. On my book, like these are guys like
unsung hero.
Yes.
Yeah. The 4-star of the game. Every time that he does, it's rare he make mistake. It's really rare. You can watch him. He rare he make mistake over there. He's very great for checker. He work hard. The kid have again the success of Tampa guys. I look about this today. It's all come most as the draft. If you look about all of them, the most of them, like, you know what I mean? Of course, they are patch up, right? But they are at least, I would say to you, 60 to 70% that the players coming, 60% is coming for the great draft they did during 4 years back-to-back with Vasilevsky, Kucherov, Stamkos, of course, was number one. But you start with Stamkos, and then you pick up Palat, and then you get Kucherov. And then Point, it's not first round. Vasilevsky was the first round, but Point and Kucherov are late, and Palat also. So that's so important to draft them and then to develop them and to bring them and the culture of how they want to teach them. So really important about this. Adam go with Cassidy. Thank you, Rory, to be with us tonight. Primo goal from Luc. I'm getting there. Ron, I have a question for you guys. King were in the same session as Vegas with bank up players. How is it that King were able to make a playoff and Vegas could not?
Vegas was banged up. They were really beat up. I mean, it was plain as day why they didn't get in.
Yeah, forward wise, I don't think LA was hurting too much. I mean, defensively they were, and LA had. Quick, that was playing fantastic, which was not the case with Vegas at the time. I mean, you can sum it up with just goaltending, but even the special teams, like Vegas, really didn't have any. Like you can tell, even though Stone came back, Pacioretty came back, they weren't functioning at 100%. They were there just to make a final push for that playoff spot, which fell short.
I think Vegas was more injuries compared to Los Angeles. You talk about, Jack Eichel did not miss. He missed 2-1 before he got, right? Stone almost like after the game, after the season. Yeah. Pacioretty was another one. They lost Martinez over there. I can go all the way like that. So I think the player was really not there. And then you lost your best goaltender, Leonard, they have over there. You have the backup number 2. You cannot compare Bronsois or Thompson like the Los Angeles has over there. So I think for me, it's like that's the one reason why they did not make the playoff. Too many injuries, for sure, about that one over there. Will be interesting to see about that. Who are you rooting for in the finals, Rory? I think we are going to be some of our Tampa, some are Colorado. It's not the best answer you want to hear, but I will tell you mine is Colorado, more Rory, about that one over there. And then Andrew, the guy in the middle right there, you see the guy right there? He go with Tampa. So that's what I let you know.
But understand,
he's wearing the
but you
blue.
have to understand, I have to be different because I love to see Colorado win, but I'm going with logic and picking Tampa.
Yeah, I think I'm going to push you away from me. 3-1. So he said, who got the goal for Laval? DIXON. Hopefully, some of you can talk about this. Mr. Hockey Junkie is in the house tonight. Hockey Junkie, thanks to be with us tonight. We invite everybody to sign up for his YouTube channel. For his Hockey Junkie. Does all the great video comments about hockey, everything like that. So I invite everybody to get there. But for me, it's a Lightning. Rory, awesome. Glad to hear that, Mr. Rory. Roger, Cloutier is available for Vegas. Do you believe Cloutier would be back?
I think, really, I hate to say it, I like Claude Julien as a person, but I think it's time to hang it up.
I don't know. At the end of the day, once all these positions start getting filled in, I mean, there's about 6 or 7 vacancies right now, but there's got to be at least. Again, I'm just taking a stab in the dark. There's got to be at least 13, 14 coaches out there that are available, not just from this year, but from previous years as well, right? So some will be left out in the dark, at least for another year.
Yeah. Surprisingly, Travis Green did not get any interview.
Yeah, well.
Very interesting about the Steve Eiserman with Derek Lalonde, by the way.
I know.
That's really strange to me. Because sometimes some are born to be a head coach, and some are born. Like, if you ask me to be assistant coach, I panic. I need to be head coach. Not because I want to control, but the way I manage, it's harder for me about that one over there. I will do it, but it's not I'm not good enough because I'm good with motivation and communicate with players, everything like that. So I don't feel that way with that. But I don't know. I don't see Derek Lalonde. He's been in hockey forever. You know what I mean? He's been a great hockey assistant coach for sure. But he remind me a lot like not Alan, Glenn Goslidin, whatever his last name. The guy threw his stick over the bench during the practice for Calgary Flame. Goslidin or something like that. He coached Dallas Star also. I think Dallas Egan is not a great. They are more, but again, you never know about this. Finally, Andrew Irish, after 5 times, said, Coach, are you going to answer my question? It's like 2 days I'm asking you this. I said, yes, Andrew, we're going to answer that one over there. And I think we're going to answer right now, by the way. So he asked about the goaltender, Steve Brière, justify or not justify? Andrew, Steve is my friend, everything like that. I would not say not justify, but I would say, honestly, it's not justify, not justify. It came at some point, Andrew. You come with the management. The world of hockey is a small world. Tell me who you know, and you're going to be with them. Example: Gerard Galland, Mike Kelly is a great example. Barry Trotz, you have. I just forgot the goalie name. Mitch Korn. Here we go. So you have coach. They all a duo together. And Steve Brière was with Mike Babcock, DJ Smith. Be careful, Ottawa Senator coach. I don't know who is there, but I will not be surprised. Steve Brière go with Ottawa Senator.
That would be a nice addition.
I can see that.
So I don't know. Again, this is just because I know Steve. I know they are very close together. He did 2 terms of 3 years, 6 years. Usually make a good name in the NHL. Not worry about him anyway. But just a goalie coach, guys, or how much you believe an assistant coach win in NHL?
How much do you think he wins?
No, they gain their money, their salary.
Oh, well, coaches are anywhere between 1 and 5 million, right? Usually around 3 or 4. So I got to say the assistant coaches maybe 750 to 1 million.
That sounds right.
Am I? No.
between 200 to 500.
Wow.
Okay.
And you have to put a lot of, if you 500, you have to be a solid one over there. It's about 200,000, and then you get, they get a lot of bonus. So, example, they will get like say was maybe at 300,000, but with bonus, the Vizna and the Hart and the Connie Smart, you add money, he can go at least 500,000, something like that. The thing they get, it's not including the salary. Each one get $150 per them per day. So 150, and their lunch is paid like it's like they do nothing with the 150. They put this in the bank right away because everything is paid everywhere. So so 150 on the road. They have their own hotel room, and plus the salary about that. So it's about that money. Like again, maybe someone like a specialist, really good, you get that. Like, but most of them are that. It's not about if you're a power play, coach, defenseman. It's the same run area about that one over there. So that's why I'm now.
Do they also have guaranteed contracts?
I'm sorry?
Do they have also guaranteed contracts?
Yeah, so if they sign for 3 years, example, most of them, they go 3 years. They get fired after 1 year because they change the people. They get paid for the last 2 years of the contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you not like he did not renew during the last year of his contract, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not good. So, Andrew, hopefully this answered your question. If you have anything else, let me know. Anybody want to say something? Or?
No, that's good. You handled it well.
3-1, 3 minutes to go. Maybe at the end of this question, I'm going to know the final score at some point. About this, 3-1 with 246. RJ right there. Game over, and the net. Yep. Yes. 4-1. Mr. Luc. If you know the scorer of the game, that'd be great. About that, congratulations, Laval tied the series 3-3. Nice. You're welcome. Stu Pedelso is in the house.
Welcome.
I don't think the Avalanche take out the Bulls if the new brand hockey visit the old one hockey. Dixon, if you have 30 seconds, I would like to know from your wife who's going to win the Stanley Cup. That would give me an idea, Dixon, what happened. I would not be surprised she said Colorado and you took Tampa Bay, but that's another subject about that one over there. I was going to get a shout out, play out by the Lightning. Hello, Mr. Guys. Alan Barnes is in the house, guys. Alan Barnes, we love Alan. And Mr. Eagle Frank, 86, number one fans of the Tampa Bay Lightning, is in the house tonight. Hi. Welcome aboard. Good luck for your team, Eagle. Start in today's. We wish you the good luck for your team for the 3 straight back-to-back. Tonight, 5 questions. It's all about the Stanley Final Cup tonight. It's easy. It's something happening in the history NHL. But it's not crazy like the last one last night. But you're going to love it. It's all about choice. So we have 1 on 5 each answer to answer good. Do you think there is a chance Wright will not be first pick?
Well, Roger, anything's possible. But I'd say very strong probability that he goes number 1. It would be foolish not to by any team, not just Montreal, but
at 6 o'clock I got a tweet about Radio Canada French station. They also, I think it's Radio Canada. That's not make sense. It was a
RDS. No,
it was not on TV. It was like on paperwork. Anyway, and it was the kid Alec Bélanger play with him. He a Franco-Ontarien, everything like that. And he asked him, what do you think about Shane Wright? He was, And he said, look, I'm 20 years old, and I feel like he was 2 years older than me at some point. He said the kid was like, he's completely mature. He said, one thing nobody knows, he said the kid loved to have a good time. Like, he played card, he danced on the locker room. He's a great guy as a leader. He said, captain.
You'll have to bring him on the show.
So maybe he can then sing for us. You have a super chat, and we're asking him if he can do a super chat for us. But he talked about the fact like the people not recognize exactly what he does on the defensive zone because he said our coach want us to play. So he had explained a lot of point where how the coach hack for the players and it's hit the offensive play of their team because he won the F3 high and they won the transition everything like so. It was great article to explain really Shane right here. He said, look, he said the kid is strong, like nobody think he is strong. He said it's hard to put him down. The kid, he says, look, he's 6'1", 180. He said, look, he still have like 18 years old body, but I think he will get there. But he said, you will be surprised. One of Montreal would if he did get him. And he said one time when he was in the bus, like 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago, he asked him, said, can you teach me in French how I said thank you, Montreal, and French, everything like that. So you can see the kid is really special for me on the maturity of the players, everything like that. So will be interesting. I'll be disappointed if you don't get him, honestly.
As Cherry would say, he's a good Canadian boy.
You're absolutely right about that one there. Then you will be experienced the Stanley Cup with favorite Tampa Bay. Brad, about this one. I'm going to Canada next Wednesday. Yes, Rory, you see the San Francisco Giants versus the Canada Braves and with Freeman, but Freeman is not there anymore. But that's the subject about this one over there. RJ 4-1 for the Laval. Hockey, do you guys think Canada will sign Lekonen long term?
Yeah, I do.
I hope not.
I
I hope he comes back to Montreal, Junkie.
I'd like to see him back in Montreal, but
Yeah,
they're going to
but
sign him, no doubt.
How much you gave him?
I'll give him Armia's contract.
Yes. Yeah, but, you know, Colorado might be a little more generous than Montreal with him. But I think they'll long...
He will be really, really close at $4 million 5 years.
Yeah.
At $20 million, I think will be the package deal for him.
I agree.
Yeah.
He's 26 years old, and he still have 1 more year RFA, but they would get him like a couple of years for sure about that one over there. Ocean's right is a simpler in this draft. And 7 for Laval, Luc Lafortune, possible. We'll see what's happening at the next game. Roger, 4-1 Rocket. Congratulations, the Laval Rocket. This is the first cup final with the both team not ending in S. Terry, that's a good question. We'll take a note about this one. If Coach ENORTAP picked Tampa Bay, I will be more worried. Already, I am. Don't have to worry, Eagle. We took Colorado. With all the respect.
Watch the bracket, Eagle.
With all the respect I have for you, Mr. Eagle.
We're not disrespecting Tampa, don't worry. It's just
the key behind this, Eagle, I do my bracket, and I have to stay with my bracket. So I have to go with my bracket. So far, again, at Tampa Bay, I'm 0-3 right now. So, so maybe I'll be 0-4 about that one over there. Martel was a pest tonight, like Lafortune said, because the Rangers are my second favorite team. Rory are behind the Blues. I only ask her because Kane lost 8 key player and 6 straight game. It took about a month starting getting player back. Yes.
Notices back to the injuries, yeah.
Of course. Ron about that one there. It's just like, although the fact they lost Doughty, they lost Alvison. They never lost Capital Dano, Kempe, Yafolo.
I follow you.
You know what I mean? So I think for me is like the, I think for me, the key for me, it would be an example, Ron, is if you lose one of the 2 goaltender, the number 1 starter over there, I think that will hurt more the Los Angeles Kings. Because Vancouver Vegas don't have anything after that whatsoever. They are pretty good, but not good enough to get there. Blake Weller, welcome aboard. First goal, Book. Second goal, Martel. Third goal, Pekka for Springfield. And Gignac, the 4 goal. Great, the veteran score for them. Martel have a great series about this. I don't know what's going on, but it's 5-1. Luc Lafortune. I thought the game was over. Maybe he'll finish 6-3. We've continued talking. Oh, it's Wallet. Maybe an empty net. about this. Hockey Junkie Saint-Martel is the beast. And Mr. Renault back in the house. Here we go. Will the final be decided by the McCarr and Edmund star defender duel?
Well, I think
It's going to be more than that.
I wasn't aware of what you were saying yesterday, Andrew, that he had an injury. Hedman does. If he's playing with an injury, that's going to definitely slow him down. I do anticipate McCarr being a handful for Tampa to hold back, because he can very easily just join into play with the forwards. He did a great job on McDavid when he played him in the last round, in terms of compensating for the speed element. And really, I don't see anybody from Tampa with the kind of speed that McDavid threw at them. So I think he'll be a big part of it, and it shows even in the stats and the limited number of games he's played. He's one of the leading defensemen, I think, just behind Fox right now.
I'd be worried. What worries me in that, though, is I bet you any money they're going to put somebody like Maroon to keep coming at him.
It's impossible.
I don't know about that.
He's so shifty. I don't think Maroon can.
Yeah, it only takes one good clean hit. Changes things.
Now, I thought you talk about. I thought you watch McCarr.
No, just keep out them. If you're the opposition, you got to.
But I don't think so. The best player to beat the F1 is always been McCarr all year long. Like, he beat the first guy, and zoop, he's gone, and then he go all the way there.
Got to have a goaltender, though.
I think that would be a biggest problem for Tampa, to adjust a defender like him during that series. They will find second, but right now they do the New Jersey team, boring team right now. They do the trap, 3 guys at the blue line. They wait every time that, and then they take advantage of their opportunities, and now they score. And
if there's a year, it's this year.
Then what happening? An offensive team, that will be a little bit different. What they're going to do, they will have to readjust after that. So I don't say that will be easy, but they will have to find a way, Tampa Bay, to adjust with the speed of Colorado. Toronto have a speed, but they don't have that kind of speed at Colorado. I think Colorado have another gear over Toronto, for sure. So it'll be interesting to see that. We welcome Mr. Dan Asham. Welcome aboard, Danny.
Hey, Dan.
And RJ said it's confirmed a 5-1 final score about that one over there. Rory, I don't know if he's in Montreal or not. And Mr. Andrew said, thanks for answering my question. Yeah, we can only wait it so long. Not a problem, Andrew. Time sometimes fly. We know that. Goals that they beat the Rangers. The Rangers are my second favorite. Hey, Coach Alan Burness, I'm blaming you for the rain we have in here, Mr. Allen. I don't know about this, but I'm telling you right now, it's hot right now here, guys. It's hot. Like, it's hot right now. Here. It's hot about this one over there. Renault said $250,000 for the goalie. Coach, about this, Stanley Cup name has been changed to the Patrick Maroon Cup.
Well, maybe.
It's because I have a question tonight.
He's won 3 cups,
Yeah.
I would be a goalie coach for $200,000. It's a lot of balloney for about that one. Balloney is the same thing. It's in French. Not big deal. Yep, me too. Okay, I will do this, of course. Question, gentlemen, do you think Alex Royer would command the contract Jack Hughes signed this year, 9/20/21, first draft pick, or do you think he will have one clearly better?
I don't think it'll be better. I think in Hughes' case, I mean, the talent he brought in is like his roof is much more than Lafreniere, I believe.
Oh, way above.
Yeah, I think his skill level, like we just basically saw the tip of the iceberg right there, like last year, what he's capable of, and then unfortunately he had that season-ending injury that took him out of action. But I mean, watch out for him this year. You're going to
Oh,
see quite a difference
you're
in him.
right.
But Lafreniere, I don't see him down the road ever being a player that'll hit 100 points.
No, nor do
That's
I.
just not who he is. If he can get to about 70,
Yeah.
then it's very it's like that's his roof, I believe.
I think Lafreniere is going to be a lot better player than he's showing right now. But I
Yeah,
have to totally agree. He's not in the same category as Hughes.
I don't know, but when I watch him right now, I'm watching Toffoli as a scorer. A 25 goal to 28 goal per year.
Lafreniere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Because you're left winger every time that, and you play on the left side. I think that's it. Now, and so back to Mr. William. He have a contract still 1 more year, 9.25. Then he become RFA. He's going to be 21 years old, William. He's going to have another bridge contract at that moment because New York Rangers have going to have difficulties to pay everybody. So expect him to get maybe a $3-4 million for 3 years. He's going to be 24, 25, and then he can go after that. That
It's
will
really
be
such a shame. That's such a shame. They got such a good mix there right now. It's too bad if they end up having to break that up a bit.
the water boy and the NHL make more assistant and the NHL coach possible. I don't know how much they made the water about that one over there. If it's the case, I would like to be water boy. Look, at $5 million as a head coach, I want to bench to myself. Coach should be a part of the MSL inner circle assistant. I am coaching the Canadian Montreal. I would love to do that. I would like to make the team together, but who knows? And she's back in the house, Miss Kelly. Welcome back in the house. She said hello to everybody. And I would not be surprised that Lightning won the Stanley Cup for the third straight year, Rory. Mr. Luciano Graziano in the house tonight. Let's go. Bring it. Luciano Graziano.
Sounds like my brother's Harley.
I just like, I think his name is not for hockey at all. His name for the baseball, coming from somewhere, like, I don't know. But the second base, number 14. Directly from Puerto Rico, born in Puerto Rico, grew in Canada, and played for Team Canada Baseball. The second baseman, number 14, Luciano Graziano. I'd be great to see that, right? And batting fourth.
Luciano, don't you have a brother that's been on as well?
He has a brother, yeah. He has a brother, Luciano. Yeah. And Renaud said, Coach, do you think Rantanen and McKinnon over Matthews and Marner? I say, yeah, if you want to win the cup.
Yep.
Yeah, I would agree.
I do.
All right. 5-1 Laval Rocket. Primo pushing out Montembeault. He's doing well, guys. He's doing well.
Primo.
Yeah, but he's definitely an elite AHL goalie.
Luciano said Koskinen gone for Edmonton. Yep, we'll talk about this very soon. And Danny must be humble and respect on defeat 2019 are winning 3 runs. I learned that 29 forget where they came from. Leave our closer. People think they are about that one over there. Duda. I'm not feeling good. I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Duda. I think Duda was going to move somewhere. He was going to North Carolina or something's going on. I don't know what's going on. But
I thought he was in Washington.
About that one. Feeling all clear, getting passed around. How you doing, Kelly? Not well, lucky. Heard nothing about that. You have a good point, Eagle. Question from Andrew Irish. He would be happy. We answer now back to back. Who would be in the net for the league next year? Not looking like Campbell, Kimson, not an option. Provincial would be bought out. Calgary, Medoc at best. Who would be the number 1 and the number 2 next season?
Well, Shalgren will definitely be their backup.
Number 2, yeah.
Yeah. And number 1, it's going to be hard. I mean, maybe Varlamov if they can't get Gibson. if they can pry him out of New York, that'll be a possibility. I mean, there's always, although I don't like it, there's also Georgiev that they could pursue. Again,
they
I
should
don't
do
think
that.
I don't think he's yeah, really. I don't think he's starter material, but
But
that's a
I'd like them to do it.
possibility. I don't see Fleury at all.
No.
Who else am I missing out on?
Talbot.
I
About
think
your
Talbot will
sign.
stay put. Yeah, I think he'll stay
There's
put. I
been a
mean,
bit of talk around him.
does that if Anaheim keeps Gibson, is Stollart's a
No,
possibility?
Gibson is gone.
Oh,
He's gonna
really?
be gone.
Well, then
He
Toronto's
wants
got to
out.
grab him.
Yeah, he wants out Gibson. He mentioned that today. So Stollarts will stay there in Anaheim for sure.
No, Stolarz
Uh,
with us. That's Stolarz. Is it Stolarz?
Anaheim, yeah, in Anaheim, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, one possibility. If you just look, I doubt they would do it, Ottawa. But if you look down the street from Toronto, they have 3 goalies there that
Yeah.
are signed and are all quite good and young. So, if they could get somebody, maybe they won't get Forsberg, but one of the other two, it's that might go a long way for the Leafs.
Yeah. When
I
you
still
think
they
about
should
this,
try to
right?
get it.
When you think about everything like that, is why not to keep Campbell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
at
they're
the end
not
of the
really
day,
that far off. They're not that far off, I don't think. If they make a couple moves, rid of a couple people, I think they could, they can work something out with Campbell.
Because if you trade out Maricek, right? 3.7 million or 3.4, all right? And then you take that money, you give to Campbell, he already had 1.9, match it back
Might as
at
well.
$5 million. You give him a 3 years contract over there. You have Calgren, he want to be your goaltender number 2. That's what you expect anyway. Why to try to trade for someone and then give a pick again, the players who gave this, and I guarantee right now, you don't get one of the best goaltender. I don't know, but if I'm Toronto, I was thinking that way.
Yeah, you know what? Like I said, I know he has a mental strength issue, but I agree with you, Coach. They're not that far off once they get rid of Mrazek, and if they want to get rid of somebody else as well, they can make up that money. Now, I'd prefer to see them get. Well, actually, I don't prefer. I think Toronto fans would prefer to see them go out and get a Gibson, but I think they're solid even if they sign Campbell. So, and they might want to do that.
And I'll tell
yeah,
anything.
they're not hurting, and I think Shalgren will be able to handle the load as a backup. He might pick up, I'd say, 30 to 35 games, maybe.
Yeah. About that one there. Gibson asked for the trade today, or he want to get out Anaheim.
Yeah.
Here, what's going on with him? He's 28 years old, $6.4 million, 3 more years or 4 more years to go, right? Last 3 years, 3.19, 2.98, 3.00, 2.84, 0.904, 0.903, and 0.904. Those 3 years is an average goaltender in NHL. How concerned are you? And he did 56 game, 51 game, and 35 and 56. So the guy can be in the pipe, no problem. But again,
But
he
Coach,
cannot stop the puck as a save percentage.
I'll respond.
Look how-
I'll respond to that by
Look
saying,
how beat up Anaheim is. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
like-
he had a very weak team for a few
very.
years here now.
I mean, he was peppered. He was peppered with a lot of shots too, and that contributed to his injury as well this year. If it wasn't
Put him
for
on a
him,
good
they
team.
wouldn't. Like for half the year, they were in playoff contention, Anaheim, and then you saw what happened at the end when he wasn't available that much.
But 4 years ago, Anaheim was pretty good, right? He's still
Yeah.
at 2.84.
Which is it's not bad. It's not bad.
4 years ago?
284
That's a high
is not
number.
bad. Today's standards, perhaps, yeah. You know what? I have confidence in him. It's not going to happen, but I would love to see him go to Edmonton.
Yeah.
I think he would fit there well there, but there's no way that's going to happen after the animosity that Edmonton has with Anaheim. You know, with that Penner and incident a number of years back. There's no way he goes there.
All right, let's go jumping a little bit here. Possible look, I like both trade Allen. My publisher, Roger, we are really lucky to have so much wisdom, passion, compassion on this panel. Thank you, Mr. Roger, about this one of them. And probably would be remind me. Evanson again. Allen State Renault, good one in our tap. They talk each other, so I cannot get out something. They looking good. They just some
I
friends.
thought you were going to start breaking out singing.
Kelly said Colorado in 6. Congratulations, Laval. Steve G, thank you so much. And I miss Ross. He is my boy, Ross. All right. Maybe we can send Roger on the find Ross. We can have. And Mr. Dave Zucker is in the house tonight. Number 1 fan of the New York Rangers. Dave Zucker, Bucaraton, welcome back in the house tonight. After 3 days drinking like crazy because the Rangers lost, he's come back now on his feet. He said, I can accept that right now. He said, what the heck's going on with Kako? So what's going on with Kako?
Out, perhaps.
What do you do with Kako?
I like the way Gallant handled it today. I mean, he said he still has very high expectations for him. It was his decision to do it, not to play him in Game 6, but he anticipates him being a top 6 player on the team in the future. So he said all the right things as a coach. I don't know how much to heart Kako is going to take, that decision, but these are part of the growing pains sometimes.
It really
you have to go through. I know he hasn't responded, but I mean he does have the talent. There's no question about that. It's just a matter of when's he going to put it all together.
I think a lot of times this is where you find out what type of character a player's got, because you've got to be able to go through those motions. Just coming into a league, you haven't proven yourself yet. So take the lumps and bruises and prove yourself, and then go from there. But that builds character.
All right.
I heard yesterday. I mean, it was a great point. I'm trying to remember who said it, but they said a lot of these first round players, they really try to probe psychologically to see just how mentally tough they are, because for the most part, they've experienced success their entire life at whatever level that they participated in. Now they come to the NHL and it's the big boys now, right? And that you have to contend with. And some of them aren't as equipped mentally to handle that, even though they have the skill set. And question is, how do you handle, as you said, Andrew, how do you move forwards? Like, you get dumped a couple times. What are you going to do? Start swinging your stick, or are you going to get up and say, that's not going to happen to me next time, and move forward from that? So it's interesting. And that's what I like about Shane Wright. Like right now, the way he talks, he's showing me that he has a definite confidence in himself, and that he's going to be able to produce.
How many times did you hear Montreal they cannot develop and draft?
Oh, well, that's been our
two different things.
That has
Those
been
are two
our problem.
different
I think it's going to be a different story this
2017, New York Rangers draft 7 overall pick Elias Anderson. He played for the Kings. 21 overall pick, they got Philip Shedel. It's pretty good for them. The year after that, Krazov, nowhere. MEILLEUR, 22nd, and they got also in 2018 Neil Lundqvist, defenseman again, Play only 25 game in NHL. He was number 28 over there. The rest, nothing happening over there. And 2019, they draft number 2 overall pick, Kako. 2020, they got Lafrenière and Brendan Schneider. They hit the jackpot with both of them. And then they have Will Cooley, play for Windsor right now tonight. He's a great hockey player. They have to draft over there. But again, look, my point to you guys is this. Number 1, Jack Hughes. Successful. Number 2, Kako. Doesn't do well. Number 3, Kirby Dak. Don't do well. Bowen B. Ram. Number 4. Again, Colorado hit the jackpot over there. Number 5, Turcotte. Don't go nowhere. Number 6, Maurice Zetter. And then following by Cousin. Doesn't well. Edmonton got Brober Young. Zegras is number 9, guys.
Wow.
Zegras is number 9 over there. Number 12, you have Boldy. Number 13, Knight. Number 14, Cam York. Hey, who's number 15? Cole Caulfield. And then after that, you have also, after him, Alex Newhook. And then after that, number 17, Peter Krebs. Do you know how many of them did not play in NHL? The first 17 draft pick? They all play in NHL. Under effect, Alex Turcotte is not playing.
Yeah.
So that draft year, it was pretty good. And you have to go sometime with the one he will make the NHL. He's going to be a great hockey player after that. And sometimes you can make mistake after that, like Pittsburgh, Samuel Poulin never played in NHL. The Islanders, right, Simon Olstrom, number 23, never played in NHL. Nashville, 24, Tomasino. Washington, McMichael is doing better now. Jacob Pelletier for Calgary, never reached yet. Nolan Foote, 27. Carolina, number 28, Rand Suzuki. And that's pretty much what we got in the first 31. My point to you guys, it's not a science in hockey. You never know. But always try to get one you're sure, you guarantee, and that's what you get with Shane Wright. You're not going to make a mistake. Maybe someone will be better. Look, Jack Hughes, number 1, right? But number 6 is Maurice Zetter. He's going to be the best player in that draft. But with Jack Hughes, it's guaranteed to get it. And my point for Shane Wright, that's what I'm thinking for Shane Wright.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally.
So we are about 6 miles behind. We're going to catch up. We're going to turn the turbo up. And Zenit is said, hello, Coach ENORTAP. Zenit from the Bulls with Zayla Rules and Caroline in the house.
Hello.
Roger, I love the Montreal Canadiens, but I love also the Grand Bay Backers and the Toronto Blue Jays. Colorado looks at have many weapons. And New York Yankees just play that team like magic. Eagle love the Jets for sure. Eagle love the Jets. About that, Rory love the Giants and the 49ers. And Brandon Point return, that will help and provide. I think Brandon Point will return in game number 1. I will not be surprised about this. I will give them some another motivation about that one over there. And Mecca is unhittable with too quick for Maroon. Steve G. No feeling sick, Danny. Do that. Hold on. People are sick. And look, Elena is on 5. And see what's happening. We have a question. Should Colorado consider to go with Franco Sen has been consistent?
No, they got to go. They have to absolutely go with Kemper.
Kemper's their only real choice, truthfully.
If Kemper is ready to go, you go with Kemper. Me too. I agree with both of you. Jose Duarte is in the house. The mod of the Hockey Nation Show. Welcome. It was 102 degrees today where I'm living. Rory, it was hot. My friend goes, I live in South Carolina. Oh, you live in South Carolina. Oh, that's good to hear that. Can I have some water? Do that. Yeah. On the fridge. Go in the fridge. The second row at the bottom. Pick it up. That would be great. About that. Coaching, Tampa Bay, Talent, Avalanche, goalies, Tampa Bay, PK, Tampa Boy, Avalanche. About that one there. The power play of Colorado is better with 31.1 versus 22.7. But the PK of Tampa Bay is better to the Colorado. 81 or 82 versus 75. That's what the last number I can remember. And a quiz. Fox Sport Nashville Predators signed defenseman Jeremy Lauzon to a 4 years at $8 million. Oh my God, Mr. RG is already in front of my situation in my life. But he's okay. What do you think about those both signatures? Who's this guy over there? It's Rand Malone signing a two years contract, 2 ways for the Edmonton Oilers. Rand Malone and Jeremy Lauzon. What do you think about Jeremy Lauzon? 4 years at $8 million and a total and a $2 million per year.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fair contract for him. I think it's actually it benefits Nashville. He's a good, steady, hard worker. Can play physical too sometimes, and you know, he contributes offensively from time to time as well. So I think that was a good signing.
Yeah.
A little bit money, but that's who they are right now. Defenseman number 5, number 6, young man, he can hit for sure. For me, it's a little bit money, but you know, it's a good signature overall for that one over there. Anyway,
you think it's a little bit too much money?
Yeah, I think
$2 million.
I think I will give him at 1.8. I'm really stretch my money right now, but my point to you, Kolak, is at 1.8.
Yeah.
And for me, they if you want to have that kind of the money, third pairing, and you struggle with the money, you have to be careful with the third pairing, $2 million.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So, would Gibson be good for the lead coach and ENORTAP, Danny?
If they could get him, I think he'd get in nicely.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I know, he's going to increasing the net. It will be a better situation with Gibson. Now, can he carry on that team? I'm not sure, but I think he has the talent, everything for that one over there. Do you really think the Colorado have a great defensive coach? I say yes.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
When you have Kamekar, Taze, Johnson, Biram, Girard.
They got yeah. I find them a really good offensive defense. They're really explosive. So I find them good in that area. They had a lot of offense.
Was he talking about the players or the?
That's where I was confused. Was it the coach or the players?
Yeah, I was confused there too.
Do you think they have a great defensive coach?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they've developed very nicely the group of defenders that they have. Like even their 5th and 6th defenders are very strong. You know, I like what they have.
RG said 2-0 Canada. The last time I pronounced Luciano, Stu said I was a good announcer. I did when I was really young. I was like 13 years old. I was scorekeeper in baseball. All the little square, and you go like that, and they have the mic.
I thought I heard you on WWE.
And French, all right? I was saying French. Le frappeur suivant, le numéro 44, le champ droit, Marcel Garceau. Then I was screaming like this in the mic, right? 13 years old. I have 26 people in the crowd. My mom, she's about 1 mile. She hear me screaming, and she's like, that's why I start my mic. I miss my passion in my life. I should be behind a mic somewhere. I could be the next René Le Cavalier or Richard Garneau for the Montreal Canadiens, les annonceurs ce soir. Bienvenue dans la soirée du hockey à Montréal. Les Canadiens ce soir rencontrent les Maple Leafs. Here we go. Gibson à Ottawa. No, look, Laverton, they have about 4 goaltender over there. Just announced que Brett Shaw, assistant coach of Vancouver, is front runner for the Blackhawks' new coach. That would not be surprised, Luciano. That's Luciano is all about the insider, Mr. Luciano. I love him a lot. Brett Shaw was interviewed a couple of days ago, and it's not a bad choice, Luciano. I like that. Andrew Arish, here we go. We are 3-3 with him. Koskinen done in Edmonton. Smith is 40 years old, 41. Skinner is a mid-year backup at best. Who will be Edmonton number one goaltender next year? They are tied again about that one over there. And I don't know where is my picture of Koskinen. But here we go. Welcome to Lucas. Bienvenue à Lucas, Monsieur Lucano, Monsieur Koskinen, new goaltender over there for Lucano. And we wish him the best. The 35 years old is going to be there for signing a 3 years contract. And for Edmonton, what is the situation you expect to be next season, Mr. ENORTAP or Mr. Andrew? Et on lui souhaite un bon retour de la maison de Hockey Nation Show, Mr. Matt and Luke from British Columbia. Welcome back in the house tonight. Here we go. So no comments. All right, let's move on to the next question.
Yeah, Coach, I kind of made it obvious today. I think I know he probably did it for family reasons, but of all the years to go, maybe this wasn't the best year. I know he's 35 years old, but
no, my question. No, the question is about Edmonton. What do you expect next season as a goaltender? If you think Smith maybe not return, and then he believes Skinner is not a good backup.
Well, they're going to actively search for a goalie.
Yeah, they're going to be. I think they're in more need.
And they're going to bring up Skinner as well.
Yeah.
They will sign up the head coach for there, right? The interim Woodcroft, right? Woodcroft was with American Hockey League. He grew with Skinner for the last 3 years, so he really believed on Skinner. Yeah. So I believe he's going to be the backup number 2, and then. He's not a bad goaltender. He maybe need more experience, but he's not a bad goaltender. Yeah. Then it's all about Mike Smith.
Yeah, you got to let him go. You got to let him go. You got to go after Campbell.
And then after that, Ken Allen said, "I'm not going to spend my money. I'm not going to get signed any UFA as a goaltender. I never do that, and I'm not going to do that." So he's not believe him and that kind. When he will die with Mike Smith because he believed that's what he need at that moment, and he preferred put his money somewhere else. That's Ken Allen about that one over there. And honestly, on the UF3 guys, you don't have a lot of goaltender anyway.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, I know.
Like a solid goaltender. I'm talking like a solid one, like a top goaltender NHL. They don't have a lot. Yeah. Like the Georgia, we have Campbell, but like. Not many. And we welcome Mr. Jeffrey Coury is in the house.
Hey, Jeffrey.
We need to end our tap and do the chop dance. We have started Mr. In our tap. Yes. How about that one there? That's maybe the sign for the timeout. I need to talk.
That's just a
I need to talk. I need to talk.
We need to. No, that would be.
Now, when you do this, you go to the restroom, so it's not the same thing. Would Campbell have the same kind of success he has now with Toronto if he goes to another team? It was not good when he played with Los Angeles Kings.
Depends what team he goes to.
Depends where he goes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't great with LA, but I mean, he was still very young. I think he's come a long way, especially here in Toronto. I think what we see is basically what he is. I don't think we're going to see a fall off by any stretch, and we're not going to see much better than what we're getting.
Adam says, should Colorado continue to play Francos?
They got to go with Kemper.
Yeah, agreed.
Luc Lafortune said Lafrenière will surpass Kako.
Yeah, I agree.
It could be. That could be.
Yeah.
And I'm going to apply for the job with the New York Jets Waterboy, $52,000 per year. That's pretty good. And the Canada lead 3-1 versus USA after 2 period. RJ, you're awesome. Danny, my question was up there, coach.
Way up there.
I don't know what you're talking about, Danny.
Danny.
Let me check because I have my question is up there. Would Gibson be good for the lead coach and doing our top?
We answered that.
We answered that, Mr. Danny.
Yeah,
when you don't pay attention, that's the problem happening, Danny. You have to pay attention when we answer. maybe we need to put a song when you go to answer the answer of Danny. We can set. All right, next question, Danny. That wake you up maybe, and that's what going happening about that one there. Now I lost my with this. I lost everything right now here. There we go. Hold on. I have to go back all the way back down. Almost every there. Kelly, I'm getting there. Don't worry about this one over there. 3-2 now, Canada. I still not there. Jesus, I have to go all the way. Look, Danny, I got it. 3-2 now, Canada. Danny, I wonder if Coach chat froze again. I don't know, Adam. Looking good here. We have a good time, us or three, so maybe we are out, and us, we just play each other. We just talk each other. That's good. 3-2. Adam said, thank you so much, Mr. Dan. You have no question. Look, no, I think Coach passed my questions, but I can time him out, Danny. Possible. And then the question, we have Kelly. Kelly, I have a question. I'm coming there. Come on, people, click on the like. Mr. Denis Rodriguez in the house. Whoops, sorry about that. There's the crowd behind me. But that is us in the house. Will you guys watching the U.S. Open golf this weekend?
No.
No, I've seen the highlights, but that was about it.
Yeah, I'm not a big golf fan.
I only get into it if Tiger's doing well, but McElroy got it twice now, so I caught that.
I don't know. Something said someone Saud it. I don't know what's going on with that.
I think Austin Matthews came second, though.
I watched a bunch of field video to help my game run. That's awesome. I'm a great golfer, but at Papat, I play Papat a lot. I was really good at Papat. Birdie! I hit 12 feet. The ball go back between the Tadam. The number one was the Tadam. The monster was the pick number 15, Mr. ENORTAP. It was the old number 15, was the monster. The ball have to go all the way up and then come back down about that one over there. And then number 4, you have to go all the way to the bottom at the end, and then you have to come back. You have a little post. You have to hit this and then come back home. I'm telling you right now, I was. And they have also the Russian mountain 2 times during the parcours 18. One, it was only one jump, and then the second one it was number 2. I listen. I play so much putt. I can nose my game. Honestly, I never did a tournament putt live in TV. Here we go. It was my monitor live about my putt.
I think they have better Wheaties in the States there, ENORTAP. What do you think?
I think so.
And we have Mr. Andy Kuivula in the house.
Andy, how's it going?
Question for Danny. Do you know who Phil Mickelson is?
Yes.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Will Matt Savoie the good in the NHL?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Ior.
He's got the talent. I just my only concern is his stature. We'll have to see how it goes, but he's definitely got the talent.
Yeah, he's 5'9". That's about the only thing, but he's got the skill set. I agree.
Yeah.
At one point, he was ahead of Cooley.
So my question to you guys is between Savoie, Kiki, Lambert, which one of the 3 drop in the NHL draft? Which one is going to be like their expectation? Savoie is maybe the top 8, Lambert top 10, and Kiki was maybe top 12, and they will be dropped all out of their prediction. Or maybe someone you think is everybody expect it would be a little bit lower.
So who'd you say, Lambert?
Lambert, Kiki, and Savoie.
And Savoie. Well,
I think Lambert might be the one that drops a little bit.
Yeah, I think both him and Geeky are around the same level right now.
Yeah.
I go with Kiki.
Savoie is ahead of both of them.
Yeah.
Luciano said the ex-Canucks signed Philip Johansson. He was a former first-round pick 2018 Montreal Wild, a 2-year contract. I believe Luciano is the player was not re-signed by the Vancouver Canucks. They let him go.
Right.
About that one there. It could be something. It's all good, guys. About the warning is a good question for him. You don't have to be worried about that one over there. And oh yes, man, the news got sense they were radio trouble today. Many teams are again at least of how you can the money is not very sad. Please 10%, it's all good. I'm fairly excited today, Jeff, about this. And then Alexandre Meilleur, welcome aboard directement dans la TUC. Golden State lead by 12 first half of the over. There you go. No, everything like that. Question from William.
Basketball.
I heard an aggressive state today that Kucherov has been in on 43% of all the goals scored, assist goal, 40% all their goal.
He's a heck of a hockey player. I'm worried about like I said, I've noticed in his body language, he's not getting off the shot the way he normally does. But he's a heck of a hockey player, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he's got 23 points, and you figure how many goals does Tampa Bay have in the playoffs? I don't think they have more than 50. So yeah, he come close to half.
If you think about that, right? Take the goal of Stamkos, take his own goals, and then Palat. All three, I think, at some point they have they have 7-8 points for the series against New York, and they score 3-4 goals and 3 goals, I believe, all three. So they score 10-12 goals. So that's make a great stat, William, about that. I agree with you about this. Kelly want to correct Mr. Andrew. No, that was the Canadian Open this past weekend. This weekend is coming up is the U.S. Open, Kelly said.
I don't know the Open. I don't know golf that well for the Opens. I just know a few of the players. That's about it.
Canadian Open coach Luc Everton said, I'll just open the door. At the last 3 years playoffs, sorry. I wouldn't be surprised, William. The last 2 years, you have 33 points, 34 points for both years, if I can recall it, or 32, 33, 34, something like that. I would not be surprised about this, William, for sure. About this, you must have drank some tea. 11 series, William. Yes, they are right now looking for 12. 12 about this. Looks at Savoie. Savoie is like Kako, almost update coach. Are you a golfer, Kelly? And me, I am. Pat. And Blackhawks 97 said, I'm here. Thank you, Mr. Blackhawks. So we wait for you to say welcome back in the house tonight. Blackhawk is here, guys. And before I jump on something, guys, I want to invite everybody. Don't forget to join the Coach FRENCHY travel. That's the one you can join me. Everything like that. I want to share with you guys what we're doing right now with ENORTAP, everything. We prepared the NHL Draft 2022 first round. I'm going to be live. I'm going to put all the name, everything like that, in the chat. Like example, we're going to put this guy over there, and we're going to bring him here. And we said, no, he's going there, maybe here. We don't know. Maybe back here. But that's going to do this, guys, for the chat for this. And then we create also the next one. So we're going to have a presentation, all the players one by one. And when they select the players, and our top said, looking coolly. Number 3 prospect. And the Hockey National Show have select the 32 first. We try to figure out how many we're going to be right around. Join that prick, honestly, that's what we're going to do. I give all the information about the players. And what do you think about this, Mr. Andrew?
I like the idea of it. Yeah, it's a good idea. Totally.
It'd be great to have all those information for all the profile, everything like that. And I can wait to do that for sure about this one over there. Not yet. Kako, we got it. And the last thing we want to talk, Mr. Because Blackhawk is here, guys. We want to talk a little bit about trade bait. And what time is it? 10:18. We're going to fish down at 10:30 tonight. We know we want to be sure. Nicolas said, coolly. Nicolas, they have a tomato warning here. It was crazy. Oh, tornado. I have some tomatoes. I imagine. Fun fact is, Corey Perry made the funnel with a star. Then lost to the Lightning, then made the funnel with the Abs, lost to Lightning, and the funnel, now he made the funnel with the Lightning, and what happening?
Lost to the Habs.
They're going to win.
It's
I
They're
hate to
going to
say
lose
it.
to the Avs.
I hate to say it. It's going to rub salt in the wound of the Habs that we let Corey Perry go.
No, Corey Perry is going to be one of those questions on coach's Frenchy quiz. How
I
many
just think, Tim,
times did Corey Perry appear in the finals and lose? Was
but
it
he'll
Belmont.
win this
4?
time because
Belmont is under the
they're
one, right?
determined to be.
Belmont, he was
They
with
want to be
Colorado, and
considered.
he signed with Tampa Bay, by the way.
They want to be considered a dynasty, so they're going to be really pushing for that.
They already are a dynasty.
All right,
Nice.
I'll go to finish the show, guys. We're about 10 minutes. All right. We are back, by the way, everybody, at 9 o'clock tomorrow night for everybody. Follow us. We do the Power Play show for the summer now. We are back the morning, and then we are back, everything like that. A question from, what do you think about Chesterkin performance the last 2 games?
Sensational. I think
I
if
thought
it
he was
wasn't for him,
I think Shesterkin was
Tampa Bay
great.
would have taken over.
I
Yeah.
think it was great. Only I said he would like to see again the goal of Stamkos. Obviously, I think he was off on that one, but you
a
cannot
great
blame
playoff, though.
allowed Chesterkin. Since game number 6 against Pittsburgh, he was the best goaltender in the playoff for me, on my eyes. It was
Yep.
unbelievable.
Hands down.
Shesterkin.
So let's do the draft board thing. It's coming very soon. The next couple of weeks, we're going to do that one with them, Mr. Io. All right. We're going to have a lot of trade bait for the next couple of days, right? I will give you 3 players tonight, and let's go what it would be. And I want the people in the chat participate. So tell us maybe what you see him to be trade, or what would be a good trade or not good trade. And you guys here and the panel, you have to tell me what he can go or what you see. Let's starting with the first one is DeBrincat for the Chicago Blackhawks. The Chicago Blackhawks announced yesterday they're going to rebuild completely. Like, they're going to shut down everybody. They're going to try to trade Kane, Taze, and DeBrincat. The reason why they want to start the scratch at zero, do exactly what they did 15 years ago before they trade Taze, and they got Taze, Kane, and they rebuild. I'm sure they want to tank again, and they want to go get a great solid player next year, the next 2 years, whatever it is. So DeBrincat, and the reason they do that, DeBrincat will ask $9 million, where the team is going to be at the bottom of the NHL, and I think when he's going to get a UFA, he wants to get out anyway. So they said, why not to trade him to get a 3-4 players? My question to you is, do you believe this is real or not? If it's yes, where do you see him, or what he can get in return? Maybe not find a team, but tell me what is in return. Can tell me 3 players, including the draft pick. You don't have to tell me exactly who they are, but I give a perspective what you get in return if you're Chicago Blackhawks. If you're GM right now, what do you want in return?
You want to go first, Andrew?
Well, first of all, I would say that I know New Jersey is looking for a right winger. They were looking at they wanted Caulfield really bad, so DeBrincat would fit that bill real well. So if they really wanted to get that second draft pick out of Jersey, that looks like a match to me. Now, what comes back? That's a good question. That's really a good question. I don't know what would go back.
Yeah, I would agree with you 100%. That's the team I was thinking of. As much as I would love him, I would love him here in Montreal, but I don't know
Too
if
rich
Montreal
for
is
us.
willing
Too rich
to
for us.
deal what's needed. And New Jersey, like, if they're serious about dealing that second pick, you're right. That's a good home for him. He's got some very nice complementary players there that would definitely help him, as well as vice versa.
Imagine can Jack Hughes with DeBrincat.
Oh, that'd be
Exactly.
phenomenal.
You know, and they'd be loaded at definitely at the center position, but even at the wing position, they could deal with. I mean, New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken, they would have to give him, I guess, the second round pick this year, and perhaps, if I'm not mistaken, I think they have 3. Is it 3 third rounders? 3 or 4 third rounders, I think they have this year as well.
Me,
So
I
they'd
will
have to
trade
probably-
with this. I will trade Alexander Holtz.
Yeah, I
Would
could see
work.
that.
I
Yeah,
could still see them wanting still something added, a third piece.
Definitely, and maybe 4,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm there, all right, they have a 3-round pick and 4, so I will not touch it. But if I was them, I would give them, like you said, the second round pick they have right now. I would give them
Fourth.
Alexander Olds over there. I would give them 2023, my second round pick over there, and then I will go back down, and I'm looking for you guys. Another prospect I have in the bank, everything like that. Pavel Zacha.
There you go. That would work.
Oh,
That
I don't
work.
know, Saka.
I'm sorry again.
I don't know about. Yeah,
For
Holtz.
getting to
I
bring
think
that,
Holtz is
I'd
like.
do it.
But think about
Holtz
this
is
and
a
not
good
that.
pickup.
I give you 3 players below 20 years old. All right. Alexander Olds, he was picked first round pick 2 years ago. He's going to be a great hockey player. You remember when he played with Raymond, everything like that.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's a pretty rich package right there.
Then you give a
If you
second
give-
round pick. And then Pavel Zacha, and when they don't want to sign him, is a RFA. They struggle over there. So if you want to have a guy, I think the Devil have something solid in their hands to give to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
and,
you're right.
and definitely, New Jersey can afford him. I think they're well under the
Def-
cap right now.
Kelly
Especially
said
with the-
Detroit or Islanders. I don't see him in Detroit, but I see really well in Islanders.
Possibility. I still see Jersey more so.
I think the Islanders are looking more towards Anderson. Right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
DeBrincat would be good in Dallas.
They need everything. So yeah,
The
you
problem
would.
with there
Yeah, I
would be
can
the
see
money.
that.
Yeah.
They're pretty much capped out.
Yeah.
Um,
Start moving things.
Can Dallas afford him run? I don't think so, honestly, about this one. Jose, will Patrick Kane be traded?
I don't think. I think Edmonton should try everything to keep a hold of him, truthfully. But of course, they got to be cautious and keep it short and don't go crazy with the amount. He's still on test drive,
No,
for a
he's
year.
talking about
two.
Patrick Kane.
Oh, Patrick Kane. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
see it.
I don't
I
see
see.
it. I
I
don't
see
see it.
Tays more so.
He will be
Yeah.
traded.
You think?
He would what?
He will be
He'll be
traded.
traded?
I thought
At
until
trade
what I
deadline.
heard for the last 3 days, he will be traded.
But not this
Wow.
summer. I think at trade deadline time.
But maybe not this summer, but they will be traded for before next year for 2023 first round pick. They will be traded. Expect him to
big
be
loss.
out. Kelly, she's right. He's going to be retired. He will play one more year, Jonathan Tays, for his 10.5 million. Not because of the money. They still have 10.5, but after that, I wouldn't be surprised he retire, Kelly, about that one over there. I live in Florida, my friend, and that's where I am. And then there I go, I knew it. I'm not sure, Kelly, everything. Then I used to be in Montreal. Do you know why he moved as coach? Coach, where do you move? Moved Montreal to Florida long time ago. And
Chase
one
the
would be
cup.
speaking to Nate Lennon, head coach Providence from Honolulu for the Boston Bruins coaching job, Luciano said. Nate Lehman.
Don't know much about him.
No.
One of the best coach in Providence College. Was the best in NCAA college. Unbelievable. That guy, I met him 3 times at the speaker NHL coaches and association. The guy is amazing. He refused job after job in NHL for the last 5 years. And every time he said, I need to learn more. I need to learn more. Listen, he make maybe $1 million over there with Providence. Because he run the show over there, he's in charge. He's a CEO. When you coach in NCAA, every time that, you're almost like a CEO in hockey anyway, right? And he does an amazing, great job. And with all the perks he get, free this, free this, free this, free this, he can, and this job is guaranteed forever. Like,
Wow.
you're not going to fire him. he will leave there when he want to leave. They will let him go. My point to you is why he would try to leave a job like this to go to the NHL where the ratio is about 2.5 years, 3 years, and then you're out. The guy, but is really analyzed everything like that. Of course, the Boston Bruins will want him, but I don't know how they can pick him out of the Providence. Has maybe now he's changed his mind. He's ready to go now, jump in NHL. I don't know, possible, but he's an amazing, great coach over there. The Boston, one thing they do well, they keep their coach longer. Like it's rare they drop. Like CLOUTIER been there 5-6 years. Guess he'll be there for 5-6 years. They don't change the coach a lot. That will be helping him about that one. Great, Luciano, you bring him because I always talk about Nate Lehman for the last 3 years.
Gets to the point that he's learned what he has to at that level. Like if he wants to pursue, if he has greater aspirations, like to be in the NHL to win the cup, then he definitely would go for it. Make more money too.
Yeah. We have Mr. Rand B, first time in the Hockey Nation Live show. We love the Montreal Canadiens. Thanks to be with us, Mr. Rand B. Welcome aboard. He talked about this will absolutely down Weber. Rand, I will request you checking my video every day at 11 o'clock p.m. I make a video, Rand, about the Montreal Canadiens. Yeah, but we talk about this, but we can answer to you for sure. Mr. ENORTAP or Andrew, what do you think about will absolutely down Weber?
Yeah, I think
from what I heard, the thing with Arizona fell through. So I don't know what's going to happen from here on in. But I hear that negotiation has come to an end. They're looking. Do you know who the rumor is who they want, oddly enough? And it's really strange. I was shocked into my boots. Jonathan Drouin.
So what was the rumor, okay, the case was, Ryan and you guys, they make a trade at the trade line for Weber with Arizona. He did not go through for paperwork. I don't know exactly what happening, right? Now the package deal is now not only Weber, but the another players. The name of Drouin was involved with Weber to go to Arizona to drop the salary cap. Today I'm talking about the video today. I'm talking about 3 things Montreal need to do at least: trade Weber, trade Petrie, and send Joel Armia. All 3 that saved them $17.4 million. I'll bring back in the map for the money for that's the 3 things. Of course, Armia could be another players, right? But Armia, because you have a great world championship, a 12.14 game or something like that, is really, and the team requests him a lot more what we think. At the trade deadline, some team called from Joel Armia. Now the Josh Anderson, it was my trade bait today, and he is on right now on the radar about the Edmonton Oilers, and the New York calendar are really demanding for him, anything like that. So I know ENORTAP said no to me, but if I'm Montreal, I trade Josh Anderson. The reason why,
I agree.
$5.5 million, 5 years at $25 million you save. A guy score only 18 goals per year with about 35 point max per year. I feel it's too much money for where we are today. If we was a team when we make the playoff and he's been on the 3rd line, 2nd line at least, that's another story. But what we at right now, what we need to wait 2 more years before we become a team, and then he's going to be 32 years. He's going to be 31 years old. The chance to give us a lot of good years after that, when we will be ready to go to the playoff with maybe Shane Wright and maybe Devaski, whatever we want to get for the next 2 this year and next year. I think Josh is a great value. He can bring us a 1st-round pick, and he can bring on maybe another prospect. What the Islanders offer, well, the rumor is they will offer them the 13th overall pick for this year for Anderson. That gave guys in the hands of Kiki, Savoy, Matinuk, the defenseman. That give you a solid player right there for the Montreal Canadiens. And I think, imagine this, 13, 26. At 26, you can get Jimmy Snuggerud is my pick on 26. Right now, we have 3 prospects going to play for the Montreal in the next 3 years. How deep we're going to be. So in 1 year, You can't change right away, but you have to sacrifice. And we have to sacrifice at some point because we're not going to make the playoff anyway.
That's
I'd
right.
be ridiculous thinking that way.
And,
So I think-
as much as I like Josh Anderson, and he's a good hockey player, but I totally agree with John Tortorella. He is so inconsistent, and it shows since he's been with us as well. The same thing keeps coming up. He's got the talent, but his inconsistency is unbelievable. Yes, we need a power forward, but I think you can find a young power forward in the drafts myself. So I think this is the time to do it. He doesn't have the numbers you would like him to have. And John Tortorella's got a good hockey mind.
If you want to talk in that way, guys, you have possible corner Kiki. If you want to get a power number 13 with that.
Right,
Exactly. That's exactly where I like. My point was not just for a draft pick. I think it would involve a little bit more than just a pick.
Yeah.
To get Anderson. It's not that I'm against it. I think it's a good idea because not only is he inconsistent, he's also very injury prone.
Yes.
So really, do you need him? Like by the time Montreal is ready to do any sort of damage, I mean, he's going to be on in age as well. So he's not really part of the plan. But yeah, at 13, you will definitely get somebody like Connor Geekie, who I think will serve you just as well, if not better than Anderson.
Yeah.
But I think he's in high demand right now because there are not too many power forwards available with his size and capability to score that you can ask for more than just the 13th pick overall. I think
the second thing he was talking about, if he wasn't the 13th pick, Mr. Notap, it was Anthony Beauvillier.
That'd be nice too.
I'd rather have the 13th pick.
So would I. But I do like Bouvier, but I prefer the first round.
With a prospect.
All right.
Yes.
Ron said, will Patrick Kane be traded to the playoff team? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but no close anyway, so he will request to be sure they go something like that. Hi, Or. Thanks so much, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate a lot. Yes, I remember you last year, and glad you be a part of the hockey family, mister. And thanks to be with us. She probably thought about a few things. Nate Lemon, Conche, record 220, 133, 51. LUCIANO, thanks so much for this. Randy, and welcome aboard. What will Ab be looking in the trade for help and their lineup?
What are they going to be looking for? Well, a right-handed defenseman. A right-handed defenseman to start off with.
Yeah.
But I don't think there'll be a lot of at this point they're looking for prospects, right? So if they're going to get rid of guys like Armia, possibly Drouin, they got to get rid of these big contracts. So Weber going is the priority number one. Number two would be Petrie, I would say. I mean, you can wait till the trade deadline time if you feel you're going to get a better return for him. But he's got to go. Armia, we talked about Drouin. And then, if something comes up for either Gallagher or Anderson, do it.
Yes.
Get rid of those huge contracts.
What about the New York Rangers? Get Josh Anderson. You get Kravtsov and their pick. The first round pick. Well, now I think they gave it to Winnipeg Jet, but it's 30.
No, not enough. No.
Take next year's
we don't have much guarantee that Kravtsov's going to materialize to what projections dictate.
3-2 Canada. Bryce Garrett, welcome aboard. Alexandre, DeBrincat and Nashville, if Forsberg don't sign. Alexandre, the problem with that part over there is they have to give back players to Chicago, and Nashville does not have players, Alexandre, like them to satisfy the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago, everything like that. Remember everything, Mr. Jose, I coach. Then Grizzly, welcome aboard. Thanks to be with us. I'm shocked that Cascadin decided to leave Edmonton. I can answer if you want to. He's 35 years old, Chris. He's going to turn 35. It's not about security right now. He knows he's going to be a backup number 2 for the rest of his life. And now he have a chance to play for Lugano, where it's a really good team over there. He make a little bit more money, and he would not get that kind of money over there here in NHL. So I think he realizes now his time in NHL is done, and then he want to come back where he was born. His those countries over there.
What's he going to make over there? Do you know, Coach?
I don't know exactly his money.
Yeah.
I think I heard some point $4 million, but I don't know it was a total 2 years or $2 million per year, something like that. But when you play there, I think you have free tax.
Yeah, that makes a big difference too.
No
Coach
tax.
is thanking. Look, yes, don't tell it to anybody. Look, I tried to do that.
Organically. We're organically tanking.
Yes, at Canada Weather, welcome aboard. J'aime pas la façon de penser, Coach. Again, look, your team, the Canadiens Montreal, we're not going to make the playoff next season. Look, so the way I'm thinking is to find a way to make the team better at long term and not at short term. That's the reason you trade Anderson and you try to create other players at long term. That's the reason. Did Carey Price retire? No, he's still on the waiting until July or maybe August to figure out what DENY. He got a second opinion for the doctor in Pittsburgh and now waiting for that one over there. It is really you are totally just for his comical post game interview. Steve, Montreal has a good forward and Cole Caulfield. Yes, he has it. Where do you leave? Look, Danny, all right, is we trade. Josh will lose science kind of thing. Where is one run up? Where will Jan root and up? Wow. This one is a tough one. You talk about Ruta?
That's what I'm thinking.
Jan Ruta? Jan Ruta. Have fun it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Mats again. He did it in a super chat. Mr. Mats ZZ YZ. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go. A super chat, Mr. Matties. Super chat. And we have to go reverse. Let's go again. Chop, chop, chop. Super chat, Mr. Mats. Thank you so much again for the super chat. And we have to go hype and we have to get disappear, Mr. Andrew. And we find back him. He's back again. Everything like that. I'm so tired. Attention choice, Atlanta. And 3-2, 3 minutes 41 to go. Thank you so much. Bonjour, mon Nicolas. Merci encore une fois d'être avec nous. Have given permission to talk to any team interested in service as a coach. Yeah. And that's good to see that anyway. About that. Why everyone want to trade the Brincat, François Pitre? It's not everyone. Chicago want to trade François the Brincat. After some of the Tampa Bay players leave, will they have enough to give a huge deal? Atlanta. He's already signed Atlanta for 8 years at $9.5 million. So I think he'll be fine about this one over there. If Abs want to think, I'm all pleased take Justin Hall from the league. We don't want anything back. Luciano. Can the Hawks tank next season? Yes, Blackhawk expect that one over there. And Mr. King is back in the house. I'm sorry about that. OMG, because we was on the wrong place. Hi guys, do you think they should offer Joel and a package deal too easy to move his contract?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go. That would be so painful to watch, but it would be worth it. Yes, exactly. Yes, the Ruta Baga. Exactly, Ruta. Yep, I got it, Mr. Atlanta. It was take me a little bit longer, but salut mon Nicolas, puis bonne chance pour tes examens demain. Xavier have a good prospect to give a trade Zachary Leroux, Ascari Tomisco, and Timon Jana the draft pick. Yeah, but now, Alexandre, you trade 3 players and your team right now to get the Brincat. and it would cost you $9 million. One Forsberg is almost there. I would take to you now. You gave maybe 4 years, but you almost gave the third. Janot is one of the best forward power in NHL, and then Tomasino and Yarazov. The problem with Yarazov is you don't know what he's going to be. I think it will be not a good deal for them about this. Who would? Cole, did you just said the Hawks want to trade DeBrincat? Yes. So the Chicago Blackhawks decide to rebuild completely, Francois. So they're going to try to trade DeBrincat, Kane, and Tays for the next couple of months to go lower they can to restart exactly what they did in 2005, 6, 7 to drive, to get the Tays. So they try to get that way again. Who would like Cernak? I think Atlanta, they will stay with the team about that one over there. For the Tampa Bay, I don't think so. They will let him go because he still have one more year, if I can recall it. Sometimes I don't forget everything. Cernak is a 1 more year at 2.9. Here we go. He become RFA after that. But Ruta at the end is 31 years old. UFA. Don't expect too much for him. I think they can sign him back over there for $1 million, something like that, I think, about this. And congratulations. Have a good night, Danny. Thank you so much. François, make no sense to try to bring out this madness. They have a last lower mind. Yeah, François, they want to rebuild. And in return, you get 4 players, like a pick, everything like that, a long term. At some point, you have to go that direction. Because to keep Alex DeBrincat, François, for 7 years, when the team would not go nowhere, what would be the purpose to do that? Makes sense. And so if you want to go faster, better, quicker, to rebuild a little bit longer, that's what you should do on that one over there. For me, I understand it's like crazy 40 goals, but when you get, that's what you get about this. We were supposed to talk about Mr. ENORTAP and do about 3 players, but look like the time is flying, and we have to stop everything. We'll be back tomorrow anyway about that one over there. Ryan Kesslav will win it with a Perry and Tampa Bay next year. Atlanta, Kesslav is retired. Does not play hockey anymore. Maybe they can play golf together in Tampa. That could be happen. But otherwise, don't see them on the ice. Assuming we pick right, which we probably will, if you somehow add Bedard as well, which other 3 players will you play on the wing? Suzuki, right, or Bedard? Bedard play winger with Team Canada beside right, and I think that would be Bedard.
Yeah. Well, right will play center, right?
Yeah.
So
Tim Morrison, welcome back, Mr. Tim. Not a problem, Mr. Tim. Always a pleasure having you aboard. What app I'm looking at? I don't know. I can't tell right now. Maybe I have some problem there. We don't know about this one over there. And guys, it's time to go do the. Not a problem, it's not you bad. It's happened to everybody, like me. Sometimes I don't know, remember. You asking me about Phil Nicholson. I don't know. He played pot also with me a long time ago. But that's a subject. It's time to Frenchy quiz, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to show me who you are. If you know your hockey knowledge and if finding out what's going to be. Congratulations, Mr. RJ Calabro. And Monday, it was Yamo this morning. I will go with Bedard. Yes, Mr. Tim, about the Hawks are not even sure to pick another player like DeBrincat. Yes, I know, Francois. But again, he will not go nowhere. If you want to rebuild quicker, faster, better, you need to find a way to get a player like him, 4 plus in return. Tonight, guys, about the Stanley Cup, we're going to talk about. And don't forget to participate. It's more about... I think it's all about A, B, C, D, E. I think. Yeah, it is. So,
multiple choice.
Question number 1. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? It's time to make some concentration. Focus. Don't turn your phone on Google. The time is up. Let's go. How many times in the Stanley Cup final a square-off defense Norris nomination face-to-face happening in NHL? How many times 2 of the 3 nominations and the Trophy Norris, they face to face in NHL. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, or 7 times. Here we go. How many times a face to face Edmund McCall? It's happened in the past. How many times? Blackhawk said B.
Just nominations, though, right?
Nomination, yes.
Not winners.
Not winner. Jose said D. Said E. Alexandre Meilleur said C. Whoa, this is fast. Steve said D. Ron said D. John, welcome back, John. John is a new member of the Hockey Nation Show. Tim Morrison said B. We have Andy said D. We have a B for Atlanta. Thank you so much. Francois Pitt, he said E. And then Luc Lafortune said B. Thank you, Luc, to participate. And we start with Mr. ENORTAP.
I'm going to go with D, 6.
And let's go with Mr. Andrew. Do you trust your friend? King said E.
I'm going to go with E.
Which one?
E, as Edward.
E. Andrew Lapage said E. The winner of the first one over there.
Oh my God!
Sometime you should follow him. It's D with 6, ladies and gentlemen. The winner is the Mr. We have Steve G, Ron with King, Jose Duarte, Andy Cuivula, and ENORTAP. Have a good answer today. Congratulations. It's not Jose Duarte, guy. It's John. I need to change this, right, guys? We have 2 GD. So John get it on that one over there. Congratulations. Question number 1.
Oh my
Question number 2. Are you ready?
I hit my average already.
Here we go. 1 and 1. Good, great. How many goaltender win the Stanley Cup 3 times before they turn 30 years old? How many goaltender in the historic NHL win the Stanley Cup 3 times before they turn 30 years old? 6 goaltender, 7 goaltender, 8 goaltender, 9 goaltender, or 10 goaltender? Here we go.
That's brutal.
And RG said 10. Blackhawk said no. RG said 10. Alexandre Meilleur said C. Tim Morrison said B. And we have Blackhawk said A. We have Francois Pitre said C. We have King of Gamer said E. John Didier said A. Jose Duarte said 9 for D. Look like. And then we have Andy Cuivula said B. We have Luc Lafortune said D. The guys who put 9, it's confusing. And then we have Ron with King said A. And we have Darren H said C. Darren, welcome back. Steve G said A. And the Blackhawks, and my rate is 0. Rezinski is 1. Atlanta said E. And Mr. Andrew Lapage.
No, he's not.
We're going to go with D.
Andrew Lapage, he said D. All right. Mr. ENORTAP.
Yeah, you threw in that 30 years. That confuses things even more.
Yeah,
I think the number will be a lot lower. I'm gonna go with A.
A. All right. Here's the point, guys. All right. The good news, the bad news. The good news is nobody have 2 tonight yet. And the bad news is everybody have a good answer the first. They're all wrong at the second answer. So,
Oh my God!
so what happening? The D was 9, and we have Jose Duarte and also Andrew Lapage. Luc Lafortune have all good one answer at that moment. Congratulations for both of you. Andrew Lepage have won, and Luc Lafortune join the party right now. All of you guys, 0 and 2.
Interesting. Nice.
Question number 3. We have 5 questions, guys. If you knew, you were going to know. 5 questions. How many players have 5 points et plus and 3 consecutive Stanley Cup final? First, they have to play back-to-back final Stanley Cup. Secondly, they have to make 5 points. I will give you 1 player, Kucherov. But you need to tell me, is it 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11? François Pitt, oh yeah, I'm going to Mulligan City. Close at Canada is not good enough. Here we go. D for Blackhawks. A for RJ. And our King of Gamers said E. Alexandre Meilleur said C. Tim Morrison, he said A. Steve G said Messier at about this. Jose Duarte, he said B. Andy Kuivula, he said D. And we have Atlanta Weather 7 is for A. François Pitt said C. We have John go with D with 11. We have Ron with King said B for 8. And we have Darren having come Kucherov last 2 single short season. Atlanta said A. Mr. ENORTAP.
Has to be 3 consecutive cups.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go with D.
Which one?
D.
D,
10.
like a dog. All right, Mr. Andrew. Are you going to follow your brother, your brother in this chat or not right now? Or are you going to decide by yourself?
I'm gonna go with ENORTAP this time.
Oh my God!
You should not, because he got B, 8, and Run with Kings and Jose Duarte take the lead at 2 at that moment. Congratulations, 2 and 3. Well, both of you guys are great. Question number 4.
Oh my God!
There you go.
Question number 4. How many players in the NHL playoff history win the Stanley Cup 4 times with multiple teams? I will give you 1. Maroon. Is it the only one? If not, you cannot take A. If it's A, because you think it's Maroon, you take A. If not, could be B, C, D, or E. How many players won the Stanley Cup with a multiple time on the 4 times straight back to back to back? Mr. King said E. About that one over there, RG said Maroon 1. No, he said Atlanta. Atlanta said that one over there. RJ said C. For RJ. We have François Amava, the actual trade the rainfall freezer concession. Jose Duarte said D. We have Steve G at C. We have Alexandre Meilleur at E. Blackhawks at B. Andy at D. We have Ron with King A. Atlanta Weather said Maroon. Luc Lafortune said C. We have John said C. We have Atlanta. Tim Morrison said A. François Pitt said D. Benjamin Dover, welcome aboard, Benjamin. He said D. Darrell said F. Luc Lafortune said his nickname is Big Rig. Atlanta, here we go. Mr. Andrew.
D.
D for 4. Now, the question is to see ENORTAP. Are you follow your brother or you decide to go by yourself?
Well, I'm going to return the favor. I'm going to follow Andrew. D.
Oh my God!
You go with what? Which letter?
D.
D, like a dog.
Like a dog. It's C. Dang.
And it's C with 3. And now we have Jose Duarte at
we
2.
gotta
Steve
go
G,
together, bud.
Steve G at 2. Ron with King at 2. John Didier at 2. Luc Lafortune at 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people at 2 at that moment. We have one last question of the night. Who is going to win tonight? If 5 of them are wrong, some of you are 1 can win tonight. And you have one more chance to go and see how many players, goalie players, win the Stanley Cup 4 times with the New York Islanders. How many of them did it 4 times? Calculate all together the goalies and the players. Is it 20 players? Is it 19? Is it 18? Is it 17? Is it 16? And François Pitt said, take me down to Mulligan. Yeah, François is 04, but we don't tell anybody right now.
Oh my.
How many players win the Stanley Cup 4 times? Blackhawk said D. RJ said A. We have Tim said E. We have François Pitt. He said D. Maybe you'll be out, Mr. François. Said no, no. Ron King said D. Got it. Alexandre Maillard said B. I got it. John said C. I got it. François, no shame on my awful game. Luc Lafortune said E. We have King of Gamer said E. If you're right, you're 1 and 5. If you're wrong, you're 0 and 5. King, be careful. Andy said E. And we have Jose at B. D right there. And Mr. ENORTAP, you the one. Start that one over there.
I'm going to go with D as in dog again.
Again for another dog in the house. Mr. Andrew, are you following your brother?
I'm going B.
B for boy. Ladies and gentlemen. And what about I would said both of you are
Oh my God!
wrong because the answer is E. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a winner in the house. Luc Lafortune. He is the only one with 3 good answers tonight. 3 and 5. John with 2. Ron Weekend with 2. Steve G with 2. And Jose Duarte with Andy Cuivula score at the last minute with 2. And then
Great job.
King of Gamer get 1 point tonight. And then François and Alexandre Maillard.
Very easy. Yeah,
Not looking good tonight,
Yeah, real super
unfortunately.
easy.
Congratulations, Luc Lafortune and Mr. Luc. Tonight, you're the winner of the Frenchy quiz. Easy question tonight. Hopefully, you enjoyed
Very
it.
easy,
It was really easy. And
The winner had what, 2? Yeah.
I'm sorry again?
How much did the winner have? Correct? 2?
3 tonight.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good. That's pretty good, actually.
It's
good,
pretty
that's
good. Honestly, he was good tonight
Way to
about
go.
that one over there. Anything you want to add, Mr. ENORTAP or Mr. Andrew tonight before we come back tomorrow?
No, we're good. We got to
I
get
think
our
we're
other
good to
brother in here at
go.
some
I think
time.
we're just going to prepare questions for you.
Yeah.
Be ready for the next time. It was a great night, everybody. And the final score, guys, Canada win the World Championship U18 women. The party score 3-2 tonight over the Team USA. Congratulations, Team Canada, about that. Hopefully, you guys, you enjoyed the show tonight for everybody. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like before you leave the building. We want to thank personally Mr. ENORTAP, of course, and Mr. Andrew for your time again, Power Play. We are back tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Both of you are welcome to come back. Before we do a warm-up show Wednesday night, we will tell you who was in the jail from Saturday. And we know Andrew is really a great passenger at the job for the last couple of days, but that's another story. We can talk about this. Until then, we want to say thank you, both of you.
Tampa Saturday.
And we want to thank everybody in the chat for your participation tonight. But we want to remember one more thing. Of course, you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. What a night tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you have a great time like I do all the time. We want to say thank you so much, everybody, for your participation tonight. I can wait to see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. for another morning skate show. Don't forget my show, my video at 11 o'clock a.m. about the Montreal Abs Daily News. And then tomorrow night, Power Play show at 9 o'clock. Until then, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, find a way to dominate what, Mr. ENORTAP?
Year 2022.
Here we go. We love you. Have an amazing, great night, everybody.
Have a good one, everybody. Have a good one, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Luc, Jose, Steve G, François Pitre, John, Tim, William, Jose, Danny, B97, Steve G, Ron, Andy, King, Tim, Alexandre, François. And if I forgot one of you guys, we apologize about this. I asked for your friend Tim would be horrible for a long time. François is still shocked again by this news about the Chicago Blackhawks. We're going to talk more about this, François, next time. Until then, have an amazing, great night, everybody.
What do I know? What's going on now?
Thank you, King.
Is this another breakdown?
So, William, have a great night, Mr. William.
I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show.
We put Danny in the bed.
Come on, get a grip now of all the ways we parted. You showed
Colorado on fire. We'll talk about this tomorrow night.
We would fall united. Come on, get a grip now. Just finish what you started. Don't like the feeling that I've been fooled, deceived, and so misguided.